Hi, YouTube! So I decided to do a video where I'm giving relationship advice. Because if you know me, know that I am great at relationships. Every single relationship that I've been in has just been marvelous and fantastic. Like, I've been in several, and they were all amazing. And I think this will just be a hit and run. I think this will help a lot of people. And I think that that's really what I'm doing this for, is to help people. People like me, people like you. So with that said, let's start. When she says something like, "What was your favorite Halloween costume?" You say something like, "This one time, I went as a face. It was my own face." That answer will go over very well. I think she'll love that answer. I think it's kind of vague. Like, what does that mean? Like, you went as your own face? Like, did you do something to it? If you could be invisible, where would you go and what would you do? Then you say something like, if I was invisible, I'd go to your mom's house and have some of her delicious apple crumble, because I know how delicious her apple crumble is. That's what you tell her. You do not mention her cherry pie. She will get offended. She will never, ever, ever take you out anywhere. She'll never want to go with you anywhere. She'll never do anything with you ever again. Okay? Got that one's out of the way. If she asks you something like, "What made you laugh the hardest in your entire life?" Then you say something like, "Your face. It's pretty hilarious." Right? Now believe me, I know what you're thinking. What if she asks me something that sounds like more personal? Here's what you do if she asks you something more intimate. Like, what if she's like, "Oh my gosh, what's your deepest regret? Do you have one? What is that?" My deepest regret was going on this date tonight. I'm so unworthy. Chicks love that. I'm sure that they love that. I just know it, okay? And then what if she starts getting all, racial on you and it's all like, "Have you ever dated someone from, like, another race? Would you?" You say, "Absolutely not. That's just not something that I support. It's not something that I'm behind. It's not something that I'm okay with." And you look off into the light and you tell her, "It's just so wrong. It's just so wrong." And you start crying. She's gonna love it. She's gonna think that you're sensitive. She's gonna think that you care about preserving whatever race you are. She's gonna love that. That's gonna go over well. Now, what if she starts delving all deep into your childhood and she asks you something like, "What's the biggest lie you've ever told? Did you get caught?" You tell her the biggest lie. Tell her the biggest lie that you've ever told was when you told this woman how much you loved her. And you tell her that you knew you didn't mean it. And again, you look off into the distance. And just a single tear. Tell her you never got caught. Tell her you never got caught. But Darius, what if she starts asking more sexually intimate questions? Okay, so when she starts asking questions like this, you're gonna want to definitely, keep your answers very short and simple, because you don't want her to think that you're like some type of freak-a-leak or something, if that's not you. Let's say she asks you something like, "Do you have a sexual fantasy no one else knows about?" You tell her something like, "I've always wanted to have sex with a deaf mute." Tell her that. I mean, I think she'll love that. I think it'll show so much depth to your personality. She'll just think that it's amazing. She'll love it. She'll love it. In your opinion, what's the difference between sex and making love? I think you should tell her that they're both the same thing. I think that's what you should tell her. I think that's definitely what you should tell her. It's the craziest place you've ever had sex. Then you need to tell her something like, "Honestly, I don't think that's any of your business. I mean, what is this? What are we doing? Dating? I don't think that you should know that right now." Okay? You need to make her feel very uncomfortable. You need to make her feel like she just ran over your puppy or something. So, yeah. But I really hope that I help someone out there. I really hope that, it's the summertime. You know what happens in the summertime. You get your summer flings that sometimes turn into bigger things. That rhymes. I hope that this advice video really helps a lot of people and that it reaches people and that it really touches them you know, in a place where they're not usually touched or something. But, you know, no molesto. Thanks, guys. And then what if she says something like, what turns you on and what turns you off? In this case, you would say, you turn me off, and librarians turn me on. I think she'd really, really like that. I think she'd love it. It would be appreciated by so many.